What's up, guys? It's your boy Bitter Anime here, and today I'm just going to discuss the differences in the chapters from the Viz translation and the fan translation. It's not really going to be a long video, just minor differences in the chapter that could make you perceive the chapter differently or read it differently if it wasn't a Viz translation versus a fan translation. I like to do both translations because I want to get the initial video out versus even if it's the wrong translation, I still want to give an initial reaction because most of the time it's about 98% correct or sort of kind of 98% correct or not about 90% correct, but still it's still a good translation. It wasn't that bad. Just a few discrepancies in the translation that'll make you perceive things differently. So first we thought that that Yami used a new attack called Black Blood, but it was really just Black Hole. He just made a Black Hole. The spear that he made, it wasn't Black Blood, it was just Black Hole. Although it would have been pretty cool for it to be Black Blood, but it was just Black Hole. He just made a Black Hole. And also the other thing would be another thing would be that instead of Dante seemingly talking about Yami, it was really Yami talking to himself in that panel where he was basically saying how he was reading the attack. And basically it said in the fan translation, he said he's reading my attacks using Monozone and Ki, and it was showing Yami. So it seemed like Dante was talking to Yami, talking about Yami to himself. But in actuality, it was really Yami saying, I'm reading his attacks by using Monozone and Ki, although it's not on the level of Julius. Like basically he's saying he's not on Julius's level though. But in the fan translation, it said he's not as good as Julius though, or something like that. So it made it seem like that Dante knew Julius somehow, but the translation was just off. So at this point, it's pretty cool though, because Yami seemingly can predict the future by using Monozone and Ki, which is pretty cool because Julius could of course predict the future just by using time. I don't know if he was using, it was really never said how he could predict the future, but he did. But he had time magic, so we just assumed it was time. But it was pretty cool that he's using Monozone. So at this point, Yami is almost on Julius's level, like as far as like Wizard King level. Yami is up there. Like Yami is literally competing with Dante at this point, while Dante is at 60%. And then the next thing would be they were saying Afterworld in the fan translation when it was really Underworld, which makes more sense because Afterworld is like, I'm like, bro, that doesn't even, like, Afterworld sounds like heaven or something like that. So I don't know. And then another thing that the fan translation got wrong, well, not really wrong, it was just a different word. He was saying in the fan translation, he kept saying evil intention every time for Yami with evil intention, but it was really, he was saying malice, which sounds better than evil intention in my opinion. But at this point, it wasn't really a bad translation, it just needed some fine tuning. But at this point, I want to discuss Yami's strength. Yami seemingly is on a, like, I really don't know if any other captain can mess with Yami at this point. Yami is a monster. Yami is competing with Dante while he's at 60%. 60%. Dante's using 60% of his devil power. I don't know if Dante's being like super serious like he was with Asta when Asta cut him, but Dante might be in trouble, man, because Dante is literally just got slashed in this chapter. I don't know if he knows healing spells, but Dante literally got slashed by a new attack, Dark Cloak Eye Slash. So Yami is really on a different level. I don't know if Yami's all the way serious yet either, but he seems pretty serious. And also how he condensed his Monozone, because Dante was behind Yami, and it seems like Yami can just, because of course in Monozone you can attack from anywhere inside of your space that you're using that mana. So I'm assuming if you condense it, it makes it even a greater chance for you to attack that way. So Yami seemingly has like mastered a new level of Monozone that he can make, instead of using all the mana in the area like Mara Leona was doing versus Raya, he can condense that area. So if you get inside that area, he can attack you from anywhere in that area, which is of course like Monozone, but you have more chance. It seems like you will have more chance to dodge if it's a wider area, but if it's just a super condensed area, you can concentrate more on that small area versus using concentrating on that whole Monozone that you're using. So Monozone is really OP, and the fact that like can use Monozone too is like, it's really OP. Monozone, if you master that monozone like Yami seemed to have done over this 6-month time skip, it's untold levels of like of what you can tap into, because Yami is on a completely different level. This explains like how Julius is like so good, honestly, because you got to think of how strong Julius was compared to Yami. They literally had to nerf Julius in order to make the series better. So I mean, Yami's on a different level now. So I'll get back to you guys with the 246 predictions. So it doesn't seem like we're gonna have a break. We're actually gonna get it next week as well. I think April 5th they said. Hold up, yeah, April 5th they said. So it's gonna be good. I'm gonna get back to you guys with predictions. I just wanted to get those fan translations versus the Viz Media translation sorted out. Overall, good chapter. I still give it a 9.5, 9 to 9.5 out of 10. So it's overall a good chapter. So I'll get back to you guys probably in a couple days, maybe one day or two, with the predictions for 246. But Bearded and Anime out. Please like and subscribe, comment for more. Just let me know what I could change and do differently. Thank you guys.